Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome to Lost Skies. It is I guess I'm going to say sort of open world. Is it open world if it's a bunch of sky islands? I guess it still is, but it's an open world survival sandbox game set on a bunch of sky islands overrun, filled with like lost ruins and ancient technology. It's made by Bossa Studios, the people that made Worlds Adrift, which I never got into because I think it was PvP focused, if I'm not mistaken. And so I was never really, I'm not a PvP guy, so I just didn't want to play it. However, this one seems to use a lot of those ideas, but is like a full co-op experience. Ooh, we've got a bunch of characters. Okay, I'm gonna mess around with this in a little bit. But it's a full co-op experience with for up to 6 players, which is much more interesting to me. And I should say, I guess as part of this, 2 things. One, that the demo is available now as part of the Steam Next Fest. It should be available until March 3rd, so if you do want to pick it up and play the game yourself, just follow the link in the description below. And then, of course, I should say a very quick thank you to Bossa Studios and Humble Games for reaching out and sponsoring this video. So I guess with that, oh gosh, what are we going to make my character? I'm not going to think too hard about this. Let's just be, you know, nice old Viking man. What flavor of Viking do we want to be? Lime. Okay, I don't think I want to mess around too much. We're going to make him pasty white. This man has never seen the sun before. I think the faces are probably fine. Let's see, complexion, warm, neutral, or cool. Oh, it actually changes some of the shading. I like that. Hairstyle. Let's see. I actually do not like big braids. When I was a kid, I played a lot of World of Warcraft back in the day. And I had a Draenei Shaman that was like the first main character I ever played with. Facial hairstyle. Yeah, that's fine. And color. Hopefully we get more options later on, but this is fine. Let's actually, no, I like the white, the blue face paint. I actually kind of like the white. I think it's neat. But the blue just looks nice. So what is our name? Quabo. There we go. All right, Quabo, let's see about where this is. Let's see. Invite only, friends only, create new world. Enter world name. Wabu. With Princess Nanadala. Sorry. Anyway, let's dive into this and see where we go. Let's see. Brain has melted a little bit. I was just thinking about character creation and customization options. I don't know. It's weird pasty Vikings. It's like my default, which is odd for some reason. Foundation was a world of diverse civilizations and culture that had full command of the land, sea, and sky. In the peak of their golden age, a calamity bestruck the world, tearing it apart and leaving only fragments floating among the clouds. You are a survivor, now awakening. We've awoken. We're here. Woo! That's some nice looking technology, actually. I'm a sucker for kind of weird Magitech sci-fi bits. Subject arisen successfully. Awaiting response to determine cognitive abilities. What? Response efficient. I am the survival assistant assigned to this arc, designated Asa. I am to guide you in successfully rehabilitating the outside world. Though we are dealing with a number of unforeseen circumstances. What happened? Where am I? A cataclysm was wrought on the outside world, and I fear not much is left. You've been aboard this ark for some time. Unfortunately, there are gaps in my memory banks. I do not know your place of origin. Why don't I remember anything? A common side effect to prolonged cryostasis. Your memory may return in time, though my limited data access is unable to say for sure. Scream. My creator saw fit to allow me to feel discomfort from particularly high-pitched sound waves. Please refrain from such outbursts. This is poor AI. Unforeseen circumstances. This ark was attacked by the entities that have been destroying this world. My core directive was to awaken you once the threat had passed. I kept us hidden, and you asleep for as long as my power reserves allowed. We've run out of time. Our best chance of survival is to enlist you in establishing the state of the outside world and finding other survivors. How am I expected to do that? Take this prism. It's a direct link between you and I. It will track and log everything you find, allowing me to create equipment and tools to assist you in your journey. I'd already scanned the local environment and created a list of objects that will help with your immediate investigations. Please check the crafting system. Okay, so we can make things. Cool. I've awoken. Is this how we leave? Cool. Okay, digging this immediately. Because I don't know if this is supposed to be Earth. Okay, good. They're just going to wander around. They're not going to come for me. I was worried about that a little bit. It's like, oh, what if they're bitey? I don't have anything, so we've got some plant fibers. Get across the other island. I think for starters, we just run around grabbing things. Standard survival sandbox flair. Yeah, they're doing a decent job of artistry for this. Looks like we've got kind of a crash ship. A rock. Do I punch tree? No. There's a big cave here. Ooh. It's odd. Odd? I don't know. It's interesting how these games come in waves. I'm a big sucker for exactly this kind of aesthetic. Okay, so what can I make? Oh, pick up, replace, dismantle, or scan. Scan. What can I scan? Check the crafting station at the art computer, craft a makeshift glider. I don't have materials for that. It doesn't seem like there's much I can do. Oh, here. Here's some sticks and rocks, maybe. Well, we got a small branch from this one. These rocks seem slightly unattainable at the moment. I guess my character will not stick his hands in. I got bumped by a bird. Okay, so I haven't learned any schematics yet. Can't build. Oh. Yo, this is awesome. Okay, as silly as this sounds, I love the fact that items stored in my belt, because I don't have a backpack, or no, I do have a backpack. I love the fact that these things actually take different inventory, or they have different shapes in my inventory. I don't know, how many of you grew up with the old Diablo games? I'm assuming quite a number, watching this video, judging by the average age of my audience. And so, like, Diablo 2 was really compelling trying to do inventory Tetris. Just to keep that many more items with me as I, you know, I'd go out on adventures and want to want to come back with as many things as I possibly can. It's a little jitter jumpy, but I should mention once again, this is a demo. Like, there should be almost no expectation that this is going to be a fully complete, or even the smoothest experience in certain cases. Though this is mostly fine. I think it's mostly just when I whip the camera around real quick, the game is like, don't do that. Ooh, rocks? No, more mushrooms. And sticks. So maybe this glider is going to be easier to produce than I think. Or maybe I've skipped some steps. We will see. So how do I make things? Arc computer, what can I do? So spend a Saborian data disk to get some other stuff. Okay. Makeshift cloth. Cost plant fibers. So I need 2 cloth. And then I can make a glider. And we can glide to the next island. Makeshift glider that can be deployed to slow your descent. Must be equipped to your back gear slot before use. Use and equip. Alright. Once equipped, you can press space while in the air to deploy a glider. And WSD to control my ascent. Was my character barefoot? Oh, he is barefoot. Oh, no. Oh, that's rough. That's rough, buddy. I'm so sorry. The little drone thing? I don't know. Explore ruins, find old world technology. Let's find resources first and foremost. Okay, dismiss that. Hopefully I don't have to go back to the computer because, no, actually, it seems like I could get back. There's definitely something there. But let's look around here first. Because this also looks like ruins. Now, here's the thing. What about you? No clue. Scrap metal. So we might actually be skipping the smack tree and rock segment. Wait, climbing. To climb a surface, jump onto it and use WASD, jump off, or let go by pressing C or jump higher. Fastest stamina by pressing space. Alright, digging this. Yeah, what was I going to say earlier? I'm a big fan of Sky Islands and related things. As a kid, I was slightly obsessed with them. Ooh, wait. So I can pick it up. I can scan it. Crude workbench. I think we're just going to dismantle it and get the resources out of it instead. Printing matrix. Let's see what else we got here. I don't know what this thing is. It's a switch. Handle switch. What about you? Nothing. Oh, I see. We climb up this. We already know how to do that. Flip that. Anything else? Can I grab that plant? The answer is no. Can I scan any of this? One thing I would love to see is actually have the scanning be maybe a little bit more obvious. Like if something that's scannable had like a green glow to it. Just as a like, hey, this is a thing that you can scan. But let's just make sure I don't press the wrong button. I might be able to glide down, but it would still be pretty bad if I goofed it. Whoop! Oh! Pistol ammo, less civilized age, and a datapad. Any survivors find this datapad. That damned defense turret has gone haywire. Started up when we activated the energy walls. Wiped out most of the group. It was that or let this place completely fall apart. I got hit pretty hard. My last hope is sending out a data drone to find help. But if this is how I ascend, so be it. We are gods. Right? Oh, I see. So I can't go here. Can I climb on this surface? No. So where's this turret they were speaking of? Oh, is it this? It's not this thing, is it? Let's see. Toolbar. Okay, puzzles data drone. Okay, turret's probably over there. What else do we have? Not too much. So let's go to my inventory. Use and equip. Let's see. Can I was really hoping there would be a like quick move to inventory button. The other reason why I really like this kind of inventory style is it means we're less likely to have inventory capacity as well. Or not inventory capacity, like item weight. I prefer inventory systems where you can hold as much as you want as long as you've got the inventory space for it. It's not necessarily better, it's certainly not more realistic, but on a personal level, I just find it more compelling on a game level. Okay, so where's this turret? It's got to be up above somewhere. Oh. There we go. Didn't take a hit. I will admit, was not expecting third-person shooter gameplay. I was expecting something a little bit more like full survival Sandbox, but the fact that it's, yeah, got that instead is actually really cool to me. Okay, another crude workbench, which means I can probably dismantle it for more resources. Might as well snag him. Actually, while I'm here, can I scan the turret? I can. And like I said, if there was some way for me to scan these things, or like know what's scannable, that would be lovely. Saborian people. Okay, Saborians. The Saborians are perhaps the most controversial of all nations that once inhabited the planet. When the Golden Age began, the copious Atlas in Bandini lands became the primary source of Zabor's sudden rapid reconnaissance. They strove for visual perfection and believed that with skyfaring they could fashion the perfect society, immune to war and immune to suffering. The Saborian way of life was in many ways a utopian. Stability existed during the Golden Age. There was nowhere else. Yet as the supply of Atlas dwindled, earthquakes shook the Bandini capital Durat, and the Bandini refused to mine it anymore. Sabor, unwilling to concede the remarkable society they built, slaved the Bandini and forced them to continue working in the mines of Durat. Ooh. Okay, anything else for me to scan? Doesn't look like it. But yeah, I like the lore so far. I like the world and aesthetic. And I actually do really like the fact that this is a third-person shooter. I was expecting I'd just be hitting things with my... Oh, how am I... Wait, do I shoot it? Yep. Alright, let's see. What was I going to say? I was expecting I'd be, like, shooting at things with the... Ow... Reach. Alright. Okay, I can hit it. We do have a dodge. Okay, so actually the dodge works quite well. There we go. A little tricky, but it's fine. Now, can I dismantle a broken turret? The answer is no. Learn a schematic for a battery, get some more ammo. Looks like we might have maybe more. We will see. Okay, seeing as everything, we might as well eat some Decat berries. Buffs, duration, health, and health regen. Duration, stamina, stamina regen. Stamina, stamina regen. I mean, I might as well eat whatever. It looks like we have 3 food slots, so let's grab all 3 of them. The berries will give me a very slow heal. And the other ones will make it so I have stamina regen. I like that. I really like the fact that it's not just like, keep your hunger and thirst meters up, that it's more about health, which probably means this is more about combat. More than anything else. Can I scan you? No. Yeah, combat and discovery rather than, you know, just basic resource management survival sandbox. Not to be, like, super dismissive of other games with survival sandbox, but the standard punch tree, punch rock, make pickaxe, poor gameplay loop gets extremely slow after a while. And while I'm sure this still has that, it has a lot more than just that. And therefore it feels better, especially if I'm going to be playing this with, like, you know, up to 6 players. Chances are I'd do this with, like, a 4-player group more than anything else. What are these things? Luminescent fungus, I know that much. I actually feel like I'm exploring an alien world here, which I'm a big fan of. Wait, sprinting skill increased to level 3. Whoa. Oh, it's doing the Morrowind thing. I like that. Admittedly, like, it's only these skills for now. I would love to see them just go that much further. Just go nuts. Why not? Who cares? Have me have levels for, you know, shooting, aiming. You could even have, like, hip fire versus, like, aim down sights as skills that you can level up. So if somebody's really big on accurate shooting versus somebody else who's really big on spray and pray, you can reward them. I guess the one question is, what do you gain from having these maxed out bards? Versus, you know, if my sprint level is super high, what do I get out of that? And some games are actually pretty good about that. Some, maybe not so much, though. Okay, it doesn't look like it can scan any of that. It's just a basic indicator of, like, hey, this is scannable would go so far. Oh, I can't actually... No, I can't scan that. Those have already been scanned. Or like a ping that like puts a little waypoint on, hey, you know, what's scannable in my range so I can, you know, scan it so I don't miss it. I'm just going to wander around grabbing resources. I don't know which of these are going to be immediately useful, but it's a good idea to have as much as possible for when I actually do get to make things. Whenever that's going to be. The search for survivors almost implies that we're probably going to have NPC companions. Maybe not running around in the world with us, but, you know, maybe just standing around the base, giving us quests, or acting as, like, crafting tables. That kind of deal. So where are we exactly? I know eventually we get the ability to fly around a little bit more. I guess I should probably go into that rune. I don't know how much metal scrap I'm going to need. I'm very much a gather to excess because you never know when you're going to need it kind of person. But I also recognize that maybe that's not the most exciting footage ever. Oops, I should probably let my stamina come back. Ow. Rude. Broken shotgun turret, eh? I don't see anything else. So we have a crude workbench. Get rid of that. We have whatever this is. Weapons locker. Oh. We can pop it open. What did it give me? Weapon propellant. Interesting. Datapad. Get out of here. Seraph found us. The path to the camp is broken apart. Kelko, you have the grappling hook. We can't make it without you. Message send failed. Alright. Looks like they've been dead for a while. And let's scan the shotgun turret. Oh, didn't actually finish scanning it. We've got that. We've got twig. Why is there one of the big rolly boulders here? Loose boulder. But why though? Like, it looks like it's supposed to launch somewhere. Or do something. No idea. Doesn't matter. How much ammo do I even have? Okay, I've got 39... or 45 bullets. That's pretty good. Let's see. Another puzzle data drone thing. Then whatever this is. Heavy duty chest. Old support and data drones that were created to survey, record, and transport data. They appear to be still carrying out their core programming. Will return to the recharge station when approached. Perhaps following them will lead you somewhere useful. Did I ever follow the one in the cave back? Yeah, I was wondering about this thing. Okay, discovered a metal deposit. Don't think I can do anything with it. So it's not really a puzzle so much as just whenever you see one of these boyos, follow them. And they'll take you to the goodies. I like that. It feels good so far. And we get for this one. A hell of a lot of stuff. A shirt! Just a shirt, though. And some ammo. Okay, let's move this up. Ooh, crafting recipe. So I might actually be able to make some of these things. Oh, Items in belt will not be dropped on death. Oh, shoot. That's why they're going there first. A lot of the rest of this stuff I could probably do without. There. That's a pretty good belt setup. That way we don't have much to worry about in case anything goes wrong. Boy, I'd feel extremely awkward about hopping down with no way back up. But hey, I mean, this character seems capable. Ow. Should probably eat some more berries. I'll eat the mushrooms. Yeah, do I want to eat the tomanana? Seeing as it's rarer, I might want to hold off. There's a small possibility that we'll want that for a cooking recipe or something. Okay, we have the grappling hook. Okay, whenever the grappling icon is displayed, use mouse 4 or Q to fire the grappling hook, then reel it in and out with shift and control. And then we can also swing. Yo! Agbana Squad, mission report. This will be our last mission report. Watchpost Telemon failed to report Sarah forces. This facility was invaded and we have taken many casualties. Energy walls were subsequently activated from elsewhere, trapping what survivors are left. The last grappling hook was entrusted to me. I fear what will befall the rest of the crew without it. My failure does not deserve an ascension. Yeah, once again, the we are gods deal. Lads, I don't think we are gods works if you're getting beasted like that. Okay, so how do we... That's how I ping. Here's the energy wall. I was assuming I'd hook onto that and then swing around, but it didn't seem to want to let me. Oh, maybe it's because I've got this out? No. That's ping. Oh, do I have to equip the grappling hook? I'm a fool. There we go. That's her issue. Okay. So, hook shot, yank, reel in, reel out, disconnect to rope. So far, so good. I'm really digging this. Let's see. Oh, there. Let's just do a big swing. Because, yeah, I can just let the physics take me places. Get this. But, yeah, I thought this was going to be much more like Survival Sandbox. It's much more... Like, it has those elements, but this is much more exploratory. Which I'm extremely excited about. Oh, there's also a boost. Huh. I can also hook onto that. Wait, can I just hook onto whatever the hell? Yeah, so those grappling points are purely just a suggestion. This isn't your Legend of Zelda grappling point. This is just a whatever. Old damage generator. Its energy pylons have been thrown or placed nearby. Attach your grappling hook to the center. Oh, to electrify the cable, then wrap it around. What? Game's got puzzles. Okay, so we want to do control. Give myself some slack. There we go. I don't know what that did. It popped something up. Oh, maybe it gives me... Oh, it just turns on the power for everything else. I wasn't sure if it was like a chest or something. This is big. Like, I don't know. The idea of games that defy expectations... I don't know if I want to say exactly defy expectations, but break the mold beyond what I thought. Because, yeah, I can't tell if this is exactly going to be like a third-person shooter, action dungeon crawler, survival sandbox base builder. I mean, obviously we've got puzzles. So do I want to say there's like a little bit of a Breath of the Wild? I don't know. Want to say like a Breath of the Wild's influence there? I mean, it probably does. But yeah, I can use this to grappling hook back up. So I don't have to go, you know, too far. Which is extremely nice. And I can use... Oh, I can use the grappling hook to just get around. Can I use it to harass a deer? Haha! Come, my pet. Take me places. No! Fine. You can use it to harass the deer. Not that the deer sounded particularly happy that I was harassing it, but hey. It's fine. Okay, so does that mean... I'm gonna hope that means we got everything out of this area. I mean, the grappling hook was probably the big one. Everything else was just a nice fancy bonus. Nothing more, nothing less. Wait, does that mean I can... No way. There's no way I can pull this out. I thought it said yank. Oh, because that's hold. Hold up. Not sure. The boulder does move. Which is interesting, but yeah, it doesn't seem like there's much I can do with it. But yeah, we've got climbing, we've got grappling hook physics, we've got third-person shooting. Like, this does a lot of things, and it actually does them quite well. I actually would have expected this to be so much clunkier with the fusion of these, but I guess it's one of those where these ideas are becoming, I don't want to say like commonplace and developed a little bit more, but is... Oh, you know, it'd be really nice if you could actually just like kind of aim at something and grappling hook onto it to pick it up as like a quick pick, but I guess that could be a problem. Did these resources respawn? They might have. So we've got a couple of options. I could go that direction. It says explore further on ahead. Do we have a map? Do we have a compendium? Inventory. The main question is, oh. Conversations. Good work. I believe that these are the Seraph entities we've heard mention of. They appear to be constructed using highly advanced Atlas technology. A printing matrix seems to be the source of the code signature I detected. Recognize some of it, but we'll need more time to analyze our findings. They look like they were infecting the cave. As a reasonable approximation, if there are forces that have been destroying the world, perhaps this is part of their plan. Their programming seemed simple yet ruthlessly effective, and the nanotechnology employed by that spawning device may even be capable of more advanced forms. You mean bigger, tougher drones? Undoubtedly. Do you think these are the same things that attacked the Ark? Yes, in a manner of speaking. What I mean is the technology footprint is similar, but the weaponry employed by those drones could not cause the damage sustained by the Ark. Whatever did that must be far greater and far more powerful than what you've encountered so far. Can you do anything with this deck? Yes, I believe so. It's possible that I can augment your existing capabilities with this more advanced nanotechnology. Return to the Ark computer and I will attempt to decode it. Oh. Okay, it says onwards and upwards, but I think we want to go back at this point. Oops. Huh. So is that like mash F go fast? Maybe. Grab some of these. What else do we have in the area? A lot of fiber and other things. It's a Atlas shrimp. Yoink. I've killed it. Oops. The bird. Oh. I exploded the hell out of that bird. Okay. Well, I could explode some more birds, but I don't think I'm going to benefit too much from that. Let's just grab a couple more mushrooms. It did not explode this bird, but its meat's there, so sure, I'll take it. Let's go back and see what I can craft, because who knows, maybe there's some upgrades. Plus, I wanted to come back here a little bit. I don't want to do this. Whoa. This is probably bad. Oh, I've pissed them the heck off. It should not be this hard. Alright, whatever. I'm just gonna leave them alone. I didn't recognize that they would have a ranged attack on top of everything else. Now, I mean, if they keep coming after me, then I can fire back. Okay, so it seems like this one hates me. The others have kind of forgotten about me. Oh, this is perfect. Oh. I don't want to get it to get in the open air. There it goes. Alright, let's see if I can scan it. Discovered blue manta. Feel bad. Because I can't really do much with it. What the hell is this? You're gonna run away. The mantas might keep coming after me. But I'm hoping if I just get far enough away, they'll forget about me. It's not like I have that much ammo to spend here. And I currently have, like, no easy way to dismantle a thing, either. Ow. Okay. Health is looking pretty bad. It's fine. They won't follow me into the ship, right? That gives me... It's still mad at me, but still. Okay. I think it is trying to get in. So what can I make? I can make an igniter. Utilizing coral to ignite a spark. Sure. And then I can also make a whole mess of ammo. And a battery. Grab those. Yeah, so I could make some more of these if I wanted to. Craft items. Coral flare? Illuminates an area. Sure, I'll make one of everything. And then a hell of a lot of cloth. Okay. Our computer talk? No. Okay, that grappling hook. According to the fragments of data I've been able to recover, it looks Saborian. What's Saborian? Piercing partial data together. Saborian appears to be a civilization from the time of my creation. The technology is different to my own, but it's at least superficially similar to those turrets we faced. How long have these people been dead? My internal system clock states that I've been operational for 3 months, 2 weeks, and 4 days. However, the degradation of the surrounding structures and those decayed remains suggests that far more time has elapsed since I was created. Without further data, I cannot be certain, but I estimate it to be decades, if not centuries. Your memory is fragmented. What about mine? I apologize that I cannot help you recover any lost data. I suggest that exploring this region and investigating other sites like this might start to fill any gaps. Nothing else, it will at least serve as a distraction from your current predicament. Did the turrets kill these people? Perhaps some, but there's evidence of a different weapon profile, one that appears to be closer to the damage that the Ark sustained, only on a much larger scale. I was able to decode some more information from the datapad near the bodies. Apparently they were hiding from an entity or entities known as the Seraph. Perhaps that's what attacked the Ark. I should have been paying attention to these conversations. Perhaps. How do we find more about these Seraph? Before you awakened, I detected an unusual code signature in a cave below the Ark. Do not know if it's Seraph in origin, but it's certainly different from other technologies on the island. Also detected the entrance to that cave is currently blocked and we'll need a way to unblock it if we want to investigate further. Okay. So it looks like the crafting matrix is gone. Well, let's make some of those. Do we make a couple of makeshift bandages? Sure. And then let's go back to making cloth. There we go. Okay, so I've got bandages, I've got cloth, I've got rock. Let's see, crude pistol. Now, is my current weapon a crude pistol? Yes. So we can't make a better one. Unless we can level up the recipe somehow, but it doesn't look like it. Oh, I learned a schematic for a furnace. Oh, I should probably try and build things now. There's a stick in here. There's a stick in my boot. Well, let's see. Do we stick around? Hopefully the critters have forgotten about me at this point. Well, this is a real humdinger. It looks like I can climb infinitely, which is so nice. But I'd love to be able to grappling hook and glide simultaneously. I guess I recognize that that probably is an advanced technique. Rather than something I'm going to be able to do immediately. Keep pressing F to pick things up rather than E. Other games have broken me. I prefer E as my interact button, not F. Okay, so how do we want to do this? Oh, well, I can potentially grappling hook onto that. I gotta practice with the hook shot before I try and go across big gaps. Luckily, it still lets me cross the gap, no problem. Okay, so let's grab a couple more things here. Oh, you know what? Let's maybe get that workbench down. Right along here. Because we've got a decent amount of materials that I can work with. Okay, 5 for prism. No, is it B? B for build. Campfire stove requires some other things. Maybe not. Because I can make a furnace. But I think I might need to... Oh, wait. What about the workbench? Crafting station. What about this thing? Yeah, crude workbench. What does that require and why can I not build it yet? Because I only have one igniter at the moment. I might want to go to the next island over first. I've yet to figure out how the hookshot works exactly. Because it costs me stamina, but I don't... It's like a one-off, like, quick thing. As opposed to something that I can reliably use. Yeah, can't do anything with that. Not sure. But yeah, let's probably go to a different island. I just want to grab as many of these things as I possibly could. Just in case I need the resources. I was hoping to get a pickaxe or a drill or something so I could grab whatever this rock is. But it looks like I'm not going to be doing that here. That's fine. Is that anything? No. Yeah, so do we go check a new island? Suppose so. I'm not wounded. Don't have anywhere to go. That's the starting island. Oh, that's so nice. Okay, so we can use the grappling hook to traverse horizontal distances somewhat comfortably. Yeah, we probably want to get up onto this island. It's certainly doable. Okay, there we go. I don't know if we take damage for specifically smashing our face into things. I'd personally hope not. Okay, onwards and upwards complete. Oh. Another turret. Sir? Wait, can I shoot its lower half? Yes. Okay, it is most assuredly broken. There we go. Snag the bits. Hey, do we have anything else here? Not currently. I'm sure something's gonna pop up and shoot me. Like I said. I guess I should be using the dodge roll. Because I think I can get levels in dodge roll. And so it'd be silly not to be using it constantly. Oh, data pad. Day 3, we've salvaged what we can from the frigate. It's a wonder we even escaped a herald. We found an adequate spot for the main camp. We'll separate the crew in squads and start investigating nearby buildings. Maybe we can make it out of this. Day 26. Kelko and Teller's squads headed to the southern point of the island, and the land ruptured. Gods, I hope the Seraph haven't heard it. At least Kelko is the grappling hook. They won't be stranded. Day 27. No report from the southern squads. It's been a day since the rupture. I mustn't lose hope. We are gods. I really like that from like a thematic element. Ooh, I actually craft things here. I guess we might as well make another igniter. So it looks like this crafting bench gives me pretty much every basic crafting thing possible. Can I make another one? No. For some reason I'm incapable of doing so. So I'm gonna leave that there just in case. Because it would be pretty bad if I had to go back every single time just because I can't make the crafting bench here. Let's see, Survivor's arm wraps. There it is. Let's see. Duration, health and stamina. So it seems like as kind of a not survivability standpoint, but food determines how much health you have. Which I actually rather like. I like games where... What was it? How have I forgotten the name of it? The Viking survival sandbox game. I don't know. My brain's gone. Started with a V. But in that one, like, the dishes you ate determined how much health you had. Health and stamina, maybe some other things, and I always thought that was kind of a neat system. I do like just leveling up, and I think it's best when it's a mixture of both. But it's nice to have a cooking system that is... Ow. Okay, let's just let my stamina come back a little bit. It seems like if you dodge the intended attack, you dodge all of the shots, or at least most of them. Which is appreciated. Okay, was there anything else around here? Small branch. Let me check. Inventory's looking good. I don't know what a battery is used for exactly. Prism scanning. Prism to scan things. Open the hotbar. Let's just take a look. Support data disk. Add the art computer to unlock new technology. Ouch. Crew of the God Hand frigate. I have been given sole responsibility to guard this data bank. The power you entrust in me is not misplaced. I will make the building impenetrable. None will get in, not even the Seraph. We are gods. Okay. Prism scanning. I don't know why this guy's freaking out. Okay, we have another crafting bench. I think this one I'm going to dismantle. Because I like having those resources. I can't dismantle this thing, can I? No. Okay, so where's this drone go? I think there must be some kind of like mouse acceleration, so if I move my camera too much, the game freaks out a little. I wonder if I can actually change that in the controls. Oh, it's on. Or it's currently off. Huh. Alright. Maybe my sensitivity is just too dang high. Where'd that drone go? Okay. Ah, piss. Yeah, the boost does not work that hot sometimes. Let's see. Let's just make our way back up. Unless I'm misinterpreting how the boost works. Okay, pull this up. Yeah, it says space to boost. But whenever I boost, I don't boost so much as I just let go. Okay. I don't know where that drone went, is the one unfortunate bit. So I might actually want to get on top of one of these rocks. Maybe not this one. At least my character doesn't let go for any reason. Oh, it's there. It's waiting for me over here. I do really appreciate this is a, like, traversal option, though. I guess it's kind of like a weird double jump. You let go. Got it. That makes sense then. Where's this drone taking me? Because I might as well use this to go back. Unless, of course, this wants me to go into the cave, at which point that's going to make this a little tricky. Okay, so it wants me to go in here. Well, I guess we're just going to leave that there for the time being. Hopefully it's going to be there when I get back. You know, it's not one of those where it despawns, but it also doesn't matter too much. Once again, this is very much a demo, and I'm not really expecting to keep any of my progress. And even if I do, I think I'd start over when this game comes out, because I think this is going to be the kind of thing I might actually want to play with my wife. I think she would really enjoy this, actually. At least most aspects of it. Survival sandbox games tend to be a little bit repetitive, and so one that is very much not, you know, more about the exploration and adventure aspect, should make it a much more appealing prospect. Gotta remember to eat my berries. Alright, our computer, we can get the next tier. Weak Atlas Lifter. So that might mean I can pick up the big block down below. Excellent work. This technology utilizes the anti-gravity properties of Atlas to lift and move heavy objects. It should allow you to move the boulder beneath the cave. Wait, slow down. What's Atlas energy? Atlas is a valuable mineral found throughout the world, and when activated by an electrical current, it creates an anti-mass field around it that can counter the effects of gravity. The arc we're in is powered by Atlas. It's the thing that enabled it to fly. Does this mean if I attach one of these lifters to something, it can float away? Affirmative. The technology of the previous age relied heavily on the properties of Atlas. Without it, there would be no sky travel, no international trade, and no Tobias Coots everlasting balloons. The value of the latter is questionable. What happened to the world? The world of Foundation experienced an incredible technological and societal revolution as Atlas began to permeate every aspect of daily life. The memory banks do not contain enough information about the eventual end of the world, but I do know that many wars were fought over the supply of Atlas. Perhaps the world ended as a result of these escalating wars. How do you know all of this? I thought your database was fragmented. I have access to only the most basic data required to perform my duties. Apparently my creator saw fit to include information pertaining to the Atlas and the historical impacts of its dissemination. Unless we can find a way to repair or otherwise supplement my memory banks, anything beyond that would be mere speculation on my part. How can I find more of this Atlas stuff? Traditionally, it was mined from crystals deep underground, although I've detected some small creatures in the forest outside of Ark that appear to be infused with the energy. I do not know if the Atlas they contain can be harvested, but it's certainly worth investigating. Look for anything shrimp-like that floats in the woods and forests. I shall leave the extraction to you. So, Soborian Shipyard. So that's how we get to do ship crafting. Do we have any new recipes at the moment? Well, I probably need to make the weak Atlas Lifter. Luckily, I already had the resources for it. Let's make some more ammo while we're here. Backpack and stash. Okay. Grab another one of these. Yeah, do the birds just keep exploding randomly? It's gotta be the case. Well, unfortunately that guy's in trouble. Okay, use or equip. Doesn't look like I can do much with it. Aim? Throw? Okay, so that's just a one-off. That's extremely cool, though. And then I can pick it back up again. That's good. I was afraid that it was a one-off. Drone spawner. Well, that seems genuinely bad. Can I not scan this? I cannot. Oh, that's the point of hookshotting. I can use it to stun lock these suckers. Okay. And I can break this thing. I'm so glad I went out of my way to make 300 bullets. I cannot aim for beans. I think I'm just going to disregard. Because these drones aren't very strong or dangerous at the moment. That took 2 of them out. And then there's 1. Perfect. Okay, so we get... What do we get? Nano energy, printing matrix, Seraph nano energy. Seraph is complete. We get the puzzle drone box. Yank. Pull things towards you or stun enemies that have become staggered. After damaging an enemy, watch for the staggered effect on them. Oh, so it's actually more of like a finishing move kind of deal. Reduce a squad, mission report. Mission parameters have drastically changed. I've found construction plans and schematics for a shipyard within a databank. With enough materials, leaving this island is within reach. I felt a rupture occur on this island, as no doubt we all did. Send a drone back to camp with a copy of the report. Once Agbana squad receives this report, head to the facility in the southernmost reaches of the island. We have our salvation. We are gods. Oops, no. Hold on. I want to get the scrap metal. Thank you. I don't know what's going on with that. I think there's something outside. What? Scrap metal just winked out of existence. Let me just grab the stuff. I think we've got all that we can out of this. If there's more in here, I don't know. The fact that this deer is just ominously standing there freaked me out a little bit. So what's with this dramatic music? What's going on here? Oh. Okay, that's cool looking, whatever it is. I'm assuming I'm gonna have to fight that thing. It's got the same kind of red tendrily bits coming through it that the weird cave had. And so, gotta imagine it's probably bad, maybe. This is a neat game. It defied a lot of my expectations, all of them in fact. And I mean, some of that is just my fault for having expectations to begin with. I really do prefer to play games almost completely uninformed because I can have this opportunity, but it does mean that sometimes I'm a little off. Okay, can only be built on an island. We now have the shipyard. You are making excellent progress. With the ability to construct a skyship, you'll be able to leave the island behind and explore the rest of the region. However, we still need to find the resources to construct it. How do we do that? I've been able to decode the Seraph technology you found, and I've integrated it into my own programming. Several new schematics are available for your use that should aid in harvesting the required materials. What sort of schematics? Okay, so we have a pulse hammer. Yeah, it's pulse hammer and an energy saw. If you find more of the Seraph tech, could you create more schematics? It's possible, but we need more data disks. And sure, good enough. There's a lot of dialogue. So we have Saborian research table, proper workbench, and an outcast's retort. It's a shotgun. But I'll need more data disks before I can do anything with that. Okay, right. Might as well actually make our tools. If I can? Okay, I just need a battery. Just make 4 of them. I don't know what they're all going to be used for, but still. I love the technology, too. So, harvest wood from trees, break animal corpses apart from meat. Extremely helpful. But yeah, the technology isn't just pickaxe and axe. As a person who's played so many survival sandbox games, it kind of sucks that so many of these games have don't break the mold in that way. Okay, let's have this be 2, have this be 3. Hopefully we get some more hotbar stuff later. Oh, that's so cool. It's a saw blade gauntlet. Okay, so that's pulse hammer. Energy saw. I see. It's a boomerang energy saw that you huck at trees, and yeah, you can fire it faster and more aggressively if you're good at the timing. I love the fact that there is technically skill shots. Technically, there's absolutely skill shots for, like, cutting trees down. This might actually be one of the coolest survival sandbox games I think I've played to date. Okay, so we've got plenty of pine wood. Now we just need to get iron ore. Unfortunately, iron ore is much more available from elsewhere. Oh, well. Put this away. Grappling hook. Ow. Not doing the hottest. If I do... Okay, if I do yank, that's how we get the speed boost. Let's see. Can I grab that? Yeah. Okay, so some of this could use work. Like, for whatever reason, sometimes I cannot boost. Hello? Did I break my glider? No. Weird. Yeah, for whatever reason, I was trying to do a boost into a glide, and my character just wouldn't put out the glider. No, I'm not sure why. It's fine. It's not really that big of a deal. It's just a little confusing. Yeah, it's interesting how far we had to go before we got access to the pickaxe and hammer. Or the axe and the pickaxe. Even if, yes, they're not actually those things. They're something else. What is this stuff? It's just fancy flowers, probably. Okay, so there was something in the compendium for tools. Let's see. Tools, weapons? No. Tutorials. Building character. Grappling hook basics. Resources? Here we go. Okay. Charge it once firing. You can hold left click to continuously fire. Clear away any external rock and shoot the revealed ore to collect it. Alright. So it looks like we just take the rock off, then shoot the exposed vein underneath. That makes sense. Okay, I should probably use gun. There we go. Now, supposedly... I can also use this to harvest critters. I can. This is an incredibly cool game. I don't want to say, like, I have a lot of cynicism when it comes to survival sandbox games, because, like, I do genuinely like survival sandbox games, but it's very rare for many of them to... Ow? I think I blew myself up. It's genuinely rare for any of them to really do anything too fancy. And so the ones that do instantly catch my attention, and my appreciation like, so much faster. Okay, it doesn't look like I can mine those. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should actually have bandage. How do I bandage? Oh, that's makeshift cloth. Oops. Where's my bandage? There's my bandage wraps. Just in case anything decides to jump out at me. Yeah, so we don't want to... We don't want to destroy the actual, like, vein. Because that blows up in our face. And then we don't get any of the loot off of it. Why is this actually really cool? I mean, I know why. It's because the Bossa Studios has been making games for a while and they actually know what they're doing. I mean, not to discount newcomers. It's just one of those where it's like, you really can actually sense the expertise when you play some of these games. Okay, shipyard is where you construct, dock, and repair your skyships. I should probably end this video soon, but I do really want to make a skyship before we stop. Let's just grab a couple more things and then begin. But yeah, I know a lot of people are going to be extremely excited about this one, because Worlds Adrift was one of those games that I had a lot of people recommend to me as being like, yeah, you're gonna love this game. But I could just never really get around the idea of it just because it didn't really fit my schedule and I'm not a big PvP guy. And so to have something that maybe carries the torch, but without having to worry about not having to worry about other people just randomly RKOing me. Extremely nice. And also means that I can host my own, like, server shard, play with my friends, not have to worry about, like, I mean, you know, if the server's shut down or anything like that, because I don't think it's possible for people to play Worlds Adrift at this point. Whereas, you know, this should be perpetually available, and that's nice. Okay, so build a furnace. Well, oh right, I can just dismantle this whenever I want. So I'll just make this here. Build and interact with a furnace. Even this is cool. The fact that it's a, like, weird pyramidal thing instead. I'm gonna make a couple lumps of charcoal, not too many. I don't know what it's used for, but I might as well have some prepped and ready and sitting in my inventory. Ah, so we can do a forged atlas shard, and we can also do steel. Build and interact with a shipyard. Well then. I don't know why that did such a rumble, but whatever. Okay, I haven't seen any of the weird floaty snails on this island, but we've seen a couple of them up on the higher tier one. So, I guess I'm just gonna have to boost my way up. God, grappling hooks are like the coolest thing in video games. And there are other cool features and mechanics and ideas, but grappling hooks, man. You do them right and they feel so good. Okay, let's eat that. There's one of the snailies. Feel kind of bad for him. But I do need the resources off of them. Okay, so that means I can probably make that shard. We also have a cave over here, so I think this is going to be where I want to set up a sort of base. Yeah, for whatever reason, I still cannot make that crafting workbench, which I feel like has to be a bug that the recipe, the blueprint doesn't trigger, but it doesn't really matter to me. We've got one nearby and we don't need it at the moment. Right. Smelt, forge at the shard. Alright, so we want a shipyard. Saboran shipyard. It's a good spot for one. Hopefully at some point we get pants, and especially shoes. This poor guy's been running on rocks and who knows what for pretty much this entire video, and that just feels bad, probably. Create a new ship, create from blueprint. We got a dinghy, we got a skiff, we've got a yacht. I'm feeling skiff. Skiff. Okay, now let's ship core. Oh, no core on the ship. Alright. Well, I've built the foundation. Interact with and register to the core. Skyship core is how we can atlas and create a flying ship. Find it in the Prism build menu. Oh, there it is. What do we need for it? We need another atlas crystal. I don't know if the little doodads are going to respawn here. It's a little unfortunate. Alright. Well, at this point, I think we're kind of reaching a good stopping point. I was kind of hoping I could find more of those, like, weird shell floating mollusk things that would give me more aether shards so I could power my ship. Unfortunately, doesn't seem like they're around, which means I'm gonna have to go weird places if I want to find them. I could also try and like scale onto this thing, which I guess isn't the worst idea. See if there's any up here. Yeah. But I'm having a very good time with this. I think this is probably one of the better survival sandbox games I've played in a while. Owing to a lot of different things. I mean, for starters, this is barely survival sandbox. It very much is. That's a plump view. Starting with the gathering. I love the fact that the saw blade is in fact like a laser saw that you chuck at things. And there's actually a skill shot element to it of being able to quickly like throw in short sequence. It just feels very good to me, and I wish more games would get creative with their harvesting tools, rather than just the generic, oh, here's a pickaxe. It does pickaxe things. Wait, there's a person? No, that's a deer. It was just a deer from behind that kind of looked like a person standing in the distance wearing a mask. I was just like, ooh, people. Nope. I'm not seeing any of the like weird floating mollusks, which is a little tragic. Oh well. Anyway, yeah, what do we want to do? The problem is I can keep going. This is a beefy demo, and I actually really appreciate that, but it also means that, yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to get to that airship like I was hoping I could. And it's fine. We don't have to see everything in a single video, and I will for sure be back to this game at a later date to fully explore its mechanics. Because this 100% feels like the kind of game that would... Right. I gotta figure out that whole pull attack. Because I can stun them, but it doesn't seem to do a lot of damage. There we go. And maybe that's not a huge issue one way or another. Okay, but yeah, so as much as I want to mess around with airships, it seems like it's going to be a long time before I can actually really even make anything of that. And get access to the, like, really cool airship mechanics. Which I guess I should show off. What is this? Oh, is this another one of those battery puzzles? Maybe? Yeah. Okay, just... how do I want to do this? Something like this? Oh, there's 3 of them. Well, you know what? We can do very silly rope looping. Who cares, right? As long as it works. Nice. Okay, let's see, where does this take me? Another loot room and a thing to scan. Perfect. I really like this. There's so many things to just find and do. That it's not just go out and hit trees until you get enough tech to progress. But there's points of interest, there's weird lootables, there's puzzles, there's all that kind of fun jazz that make exploration feel good. There's even these like weird sigils that probably mean something, but I'm not willing to put the brain power into deciphering them. They, like, Bossa Studios put a lot of thought and effort into this, and I know that there's some kind of like lingering, like, oh, Worlds Adrift, wish it had stuck around, or wish they had done X or Y or Z. But as far as like I'm concerned, this is probably everything I could have possibly wanted from that game. And it's nice to see that they're taking all of that skill and expertise and those ideas and then condensing it down, turning it into a single player / cooperative experience rather than something that has PvP. I know it's a different crowd. I do know different people like different things within that, but from my perspective, this is perfect. This is great, and I look forward to playing more of it. But for now, at least, I guess I should say a very quick thank you to Bossa Studios and Humble Games for reaching out and sponsoring this video. It was very kind of you. It was a ton of fun, and I haven't tested if there's fall damage, but I don't feel like doing so today. Okay, anything else in this mine? No, just resources. Yeah, we've been through here. Cool. Well, I guess before I go, let's go out to the save to main menu. Yeah.
Harbingers, the Seraph. What we chose to call them is irrelevant. Their arrival marked the end of our world. Civilization, culture, continents, torn apart and left in ruin. But life perseveres. In our last act of defiance, we boarded the Arks. For centuries we lay hidden. The Arks were discovered. Now we must awaken and together explore what is left of our world. Danger is everywhere. The Seraph are still out there. But so are we. We must scour our past for technology. Adapting, learning, gaining power, and build as we once did. We shall board our skyships and journey this fractured land until united we strike with the fury of centuries lost and take back the skies.
I know I'm just watching the trailer, but I did want to show off what the actual airship combat might kind of look like, and it looks really cool. It was almost kind of bullet hell-y, where you actually had to weave around enemy shots, which I actually think is extremely cool. It's much better than the, like, classic, oh no, we're being shot, hit it with a wrench until it's repaired. I'm sure you have to do that too, but actually having piloting matter more for avoidance rather than just, like, you know, broadsiding enemies and stuff. I like that. I think that's actually a really novel way to handle airship combat. I'm curious to see how this is going to go. You know, is it worth it building a big ship for every player to be on? Is it worth making just a smaller ship that you control on a more individual level? I have no idea, and I'm looking forward to finding out. But for now, at least, I guess I might as well say if you like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like. It helps more than you know. And if you want to see more rad new games every single day, then hit subscribe because I got tons to check out and show off. But for now, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Oh, and I forgot to mention, of course, that the Lost Skies demo is available now on Steam, so if you want to pick it up and play yourselves, just follow the link in the description below, and as a bonus, you can bring your friends, up to 6 players total. You can bring up to 5 players. There we go. But highly recommended. I think the game is definitely going to be more fun with friends, but I very much enjoyed it solo as well.